The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised. You are now entering the all-consuming realm of Shay's Paranormal Chat, where the things that are better left unsaid are actually said.
Shut up and sit down.
You're listening to Shay's Paranormal Chat. Paranormal podcasting done Shay's way. Tons of fun.
Dude, seriously?
A bit sarcastic.
Hashtag investigator, not hunter.
But always real.
Hashtag data, not evidence.
Don't get your panties in a twist.
Oh my god, really?
This is real, raw conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Good evening, everybody. TGIF as always, but it's even more TGIF because we have the one, the only, Mr. Christopher Brown. How you doing?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to have you back on.
I'm excited to be on.
Yeah, me, you, and Kelly haven't been able to. It's been a crazy year.
It has been. It has been absolutely bonkers, but it's been good at the same time. You know, it's been like ups and downs. It's been a nice little roller coaster. It seems like.
Good. It's just timing for everybody.
Yeah. Sure.
We were just talking off air about this is the end of season 5 for Shay's Paranormal Chat. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is fucking crazy.
It is. Like, wow. I can't even believe it. And, yeah.
Congratulations on an awesome season.
Yeah, it was better than the season before. I'm working on it, but I don't get into details, but I briefly have touched on that I've gone through some stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's enough for people. That's all they need to know. So.
Yep, that's fair enough.
It is. So today we're going to be talking about where you've been and why we haven't been able to connect and what you're going to, as much as you can remember, what you are going to be up to. So we're going to start with, how about a brief, who are you?
Who am I? Well, my name is Christopher Brown. I'm a psychic medium, so that's what I do. You know, I'm a pretty simple guy. I live with my family in central Maine, and I do readings all over New England. Try to bring that positivity, that love, that light, that kind of reassurance that our loved ones are, you know, the veil's not very, the veil is very thin. You know, our loved ones are with us always, and that they're okay, that they're doing all right. So that's what I've been trying to do, and that's who I am. You know, like I said, I'm a pretty simple guy, so there's not much to tell, but I like to play guitar in my spare time. I like to hang out with my dogs. You know, I like to just get out in nature and kind of go barefoot and kind of get that energy back that I kind of lose sometimes doing readings. You know what I mean?
Yes, I've seen it in person multiple times. Can we give a shout out to your fiance?
Absolutely, yeah. Shout out to Kayla Briggs, my fiance. Well, my wife now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
How the hell? What? No. How did I miss that?
I'm a very private person, so I don't post a lot on Facebook.
Me too.
Yeah.
But if for anybody who's wondering who his fiance is, like trying to, she's the one who cut my hair at Parafest, and there's videos everywhere. That's his wife. Sorry. Oh my God. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, see, if I didn't know people, geez.
Yeah, that's all right. Like I said, we didn't really make a big thing of it. We just kind of kept it really, really small, really private. It was a nice thing. So
yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to in the past? I think it's been 6-7 months since you were on.
Is it really? Jeez, it's been a long time.
Yeah, you were on like the second episode, and then yeah.
Cool. So what I've been up to is I've been doing readings. I've just been like going crazy with readings. I've been doing private readings. I've been doing group readings. I've been doing things like that. So what I do is there's times where I work out of a metaphysical shop called Merkaba Soul. It's right in Augusta, Maine.
Oh.
And so I do readings out of there once or twice a month. I do private readings. I go to people's homes and I kind of give them readings there. And I've been doing a lot of groups, going to homes and from 4 to 10 people, maybe 15 sometimes.
Yeah.
So I've been do those as much as I can and kind of, like I said, spreading the word and just letting people know that your loved ones are okay and that they're around you, giving messages.
Yeah. You were very good at gallery readings. I haven't actually seen it in person because I'm usually the one watching the table, but I hear awesome things as even people, let's say Parafest, as people walk out, they say awesome things about you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, it warms my heart, that's for sure.
Well, I hear people talk about you all the time, and they don't know, some of them don't even know I know you. They're like just in passing.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, in Paris, like last night, they would say, oh, last night I was in this gallery reading, and this guy, Chris something, did this gallery reading, and oh my God, it was so awesome, and because of where I'm sitting, I hear it.
That's cool.
Yeah. But you already know you're good. Or do you question yourself?
Well, I used to doubt myself a lot. I used to really kind of question myself and doubt myself. Now I just trust in spirit. I really do. I trust the spirit world has my back and that they're gonna work with me and that we're gonna deliver positive messages. And so that's what I try to remember when I get nervous. And I get nervous every time, like no matter what it is, whether it's 4 people, whether it's 40. I feel like I'm gonna beat feet and run as fast as I can. But it's just that anxiety of trusting an invisible force, that not many people can see or even understand or anything like that. And I don't even understand it fully. So, but I try to trust it as best I can, and that's kind of what leads to my confidence in it.
It's almost like a higher power of sorts.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't have a higher power, then I'm sure this could still work, but it definitely helps having that faith and that trust in something bigger than myself.
Yeah. I doubt anybody that listens to the show doesn't know who you are, but just in case. All right, I don't want a reading, but if you were going to read me or give me a reading, would it be as if people would just go to the light as in just like your beacon and they would show up, or is it I'm a beacon and they're already there?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think we as human beings give off that light and give off that kind of beacon as you were talking about. The spirit world sees that and they know that. They're with us all the time, for sure. Right. So when they're with you all the time. They're with you constantly. So if I were to give you a reading, I would kind of try to pick up on the energies that are around you and that are close to you. Sometimes also too, it's like, it's so random sometimes in readings because like sometimes you want this one person to come through so bad, and then all of a sudden you're like your second uncle twice removed.
Somebody, yeah.
And it's like, well, I expect them to come through, but it's like it's what you need at a certain time. But to answer your question, I think that we both have the beacon. I think we both have that light that we give off, and I think the spirit world sees that and knows that. So if we match up, and there's already certain people with me, and we match up, is the beacon, I don't know what else to call it, so I said beacon or light, are they more drawn if we're connecting? I don't think it's a question of like a level of strength of the connect, but there is sometimes strong connections, and there's sometimes not so strong connections. I've had readings where, the connection wasn't as strong as I would have liked, but that doesn't mean they weren't there and they weren't present. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you just can't control it.
Exactly. And I wish I could. I wish I could say, like, all right, today we're firing on all cylinders, but sometimes it's like, today we're firing on 2 cylinders and we got to make it work.
If that, yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends on, I've seen you after you've given readings, and your energy is so, after you've done a few. I've seen you do 1, I've seen you do 2, I've seen you after 6, and you're like, I'm going to go sleep in the tent for 12 hours, sorry. And you did. Like, I could just see the difference in you.
Yeah, it does take a lot out of me, for sure. It's like it's an energy dump and an energy drain, so just get so physically and mentally exhausted that it's like sometimes it's hard, especially after a full day of readings, like you said, after 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Yeah. I get tired.
Yeah. Is it getting easier, or do you think it will always be that way? Depending on how, again, hypothetically, does it also depend on how strong they come through, or how much of your energy you have to give?
Honestly, it when they're coming through really, really strong, it seems like it goes by so fast that it's almost like I wasn't even there. So in a sense, when they're coming through, when I'm having a day where I'm like really locked in, and I'm firing on, like I said, on cylinders, it doesn't seem to take as much out of me because there's less of me trying to butt in. You know, there's less trying to fill in the gaps. It's not your energy per se. It's already there. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to explain it so people kind of understand, because I'm not a psychic. I'm not a psychic medium, so I just like trying to explain it as simple as possible. Yeah, yep. And I think it's kind of like, when you got a cup of water, right? Yeah. And the cup's about yay full. When I'm doing readings, it tends to kind of go down a little bit and kind of, deplete as far. But that's where, like, meditation comes in. But if you don't... sorry. No, it's okay. But if you don't personally have to replenish that cup, it's easier to continue the readings. I think so. Yeah. Does that make sense or no? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, and I think you're right. I think that the less I have to kind of, like you said, replenish it, if it can stay full, it can stay right where it needs to be, then I don't have to spend as much energy trying to fill it back up to kind of match up with the spirit world. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Because when you agree to give readings, whether it's a gallery or if you agree to give 4 readings in a row, you never know how much of yourself you have to give. But because you are who you are and you're a man of your word, you give that. So even if it's like, okay, I did my 4 readings, I'm going to sleep. Yep. And I have to set those boundaries sometimes, and it's tough. Yeah. Especially if people I remember very well. Come up and be like, I know I didn't sign up, but can you give a reading? Oh, man, it's like, I've seen you. I'm like, Chris, don't do it. And you're like, I'm going to do one more. Chris, don't do it. Do you know where I'm talking about? I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Wilson Cat, I remember, right? Yep. Yes. Yep. And all right, just one more. And you're like, you don't have to. You're like, I remember very specifically, you're like, you don't have to do it. Like, you can say no. I'm like, no, I'll just do one more. And sure enough, I did it. But, you were right. I should have just been like, no, I should call it. Yeah. I'm getting better at that. I am getting better at that. It's hard, though, because you're also a people pleaser. Yeah. I'm too nice. Yes. Very too nice. Very too nice. So, if you remember, what are some of your next events coming up? Where are they? If you can remember. Yep. No. So, right now I have May 6th, I believe, this coming weekend, this Saturday. I'm going to be at Heart Stuff Hall with Matt Warner and company. Wait, say the date, because even though this is not going out till Friday. Oh, okay. So May 6th, I believe. So that's Saturday, right? Yes, correct. Sorry. Yep. So I'll be at Heart Stuff Hall in Rockland, Mass. with Matt Warner and friends. So I'll be with him
doing a gallery reading, and then I'll be doing a ghost hunt with him afterwards.
Nice.
So that'll be a blast. I have there's a place called the Footlights Theater in Falmouth, Maine. I'll be doing a gallery reading there, but that one's sold out. So that's cool. We have tons of 207 paranormal events coming up at Fort Knox as well.
Oh, nice. Oh.
I definitely talk about that. So we have a lot of ghost camps and ghost tours that people can sign up for, and they can look at those on the 207 Paranormal site.
I've also shared it a couple times on Paranormal Buzz.
Yes, we appreciate
on
that.
Facebook. Yes.
Yep.
So
those ghost tours are right on there as well, so you can find those. And if you want to find any other information about events I'm doing, you can go right on my Facebook page as well, Psychic Medium Christopher at Facebook.com.
Yes, be sure to check him out because he really is great. They know if I give my thumbs up that means something because I don't always. So.
Well, it's appreciated.
Yeah. Yeah.
In August, I'll be at Wilson Castle again. So I believe that's the 19th.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm trying to think of what else we got here. That's it for what I can remember right now.
Yeah, and I'll be sharing more on Paranormal Buzz Radio. I just have to connect with you, and I'll put them all out. What's sold out, what's not sold out, and we'll go from there. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, in October you're doing Parafest again, right?
Yes. How could I forget Parafest? Yeah, absolutely. Doing October at Parafest. That's going to be a blast. I'll be doing we'll be doing the ghost hunt, and then for the ghost hunt, I'll be at doing the gallery for before the ghost hunt. Yeah.
Is that the Friday before?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Another whole
Yeah. So
yeah.
I won't be doing it on Saturday, which I usually do, but they have me doing it before the ghost hunt this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they do have another cool student. You met her, Colleen.
Oh, Costello. Oh my God, I love that woman. You were supposed to be on the show with me, and I'm like, okay, you picked the guest, and you couldn't show up there, and I fell in love with her. She's like, I know you, I've met you, and I'm like, oh, really? She's like, yeah, and she was great. If anybody doesn't remember, she has that Irish accent, right?
Yep, absolutely. Colleen Castillo. Yeah, she's going to be doing a gallery during Saturday, so that'll be awesome to see. I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm so glad. I wish you were there, don't get me wrong, but I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry we've never met. And she's like, it sucks when this happens. I'm like, I'm sorry we've never met. And she's like, we've met a couple times. And I'm like,
shit. Yeah.
I just leave that impression. Nobody forgets me, and I don't know if it's for good reasons, but they're like, oh, yeah. So, oh, man. All right, guys, we know this is a short show, but Chris is going to be back next week, and we have an awesome topic. We're going to be talking about psychic mediums with equipment. So be sure to come back and join us next week when Chris is back. Chris, throw out your Facebook information again.
So you can find me right at Psychic Medium Christopher at Facebook.com.
Are you on Instagram or Twitter?
I am on Instagram, but I don't use it as often.
Okay.
But no Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, no Twatter. I'm on Twatter because I have to be.
Yeah. I never got into it. For some reason, I never got a Twitter account.
It's hard. There's no pictures.
Oh, really? That's weird.
That's there is, but there isn't. But
yeah.
So, all right, guys, join us next week. Chris will definitely be back.
Yes.
And I hope you enjoyed this. And season 6, Chris is going to be back more. I'm going to make sure of it somehow. We're going to figure it out, right?
Absolutely. Definitely.
Definitely. So, thanks, guys. See you next week.
See you guys.